Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to be doing a random collective reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. We'll do a little Palo Santo before I start. All of my readings are timeless. This reading may or may not be for you. If it doesn't resonate, that's totally okay. You're free to peruse my other readings. And like and subscribe if you like what you see here. So the message I'm coming in with today is kind of sweet. So when I went into meditation this morning, I was welcomed with like, there you are. And it really got me thinking, like, this message is personal. I'm just sharing it with you because let's call it quiet time. Let's not even call it meditation if that's too intimidating. But it's, there's this loving, affectionate presence. I call it God. I call it my spirit guides, whatever. They're just labels. But after years of devoting myself to a practice of quiet time, and it doesn't have to be a long time, I mean, it can just be when you're just sitting there and you're just starting out, 1, 2, 3 minutes feels like a long time, but I aim for at least 10. I am primarily at about 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll go up to an hour. So anyway, but there you are. Like that's it. Oh, there you are. It was just very sweet. And I'm like, oh, everything is okay here, And I remember when I first started meditating, there's a lot of like mean shit that goes on up here towards me mostly, but towards other people. And I remember that when I started quieting that busy monkey mind, I started to hear the kinder, the softer, gentler, like voices. And I don't really hear them. It's weird. They're like, whatever. Inboxed. I call them, I get inboxed. But there you are. So I'll say that to you. There you are. Pretty sure you can't hear my phone going off because of the way I have my sound settings, but my cat is getting groomed today and they're going to be here between 10 and 1. So I've got to leave it on. So I may get interrupted, but that's okay. But there you are. I say to you, the sun. Maybe we're feeling good today. This is internal. So the sun card it's optimistic, it's the light is being shown on things. um in transparency, my meditation was not perfect. My anger barged in, and usually I try to fix the anger, but I was like, you know what, I see you, anger, and I honor you. Welcome. And I just let my anger throw a temper tantrum. So that's like the light shining on things. And then you know what? Like the temper tantrum went on for a little bit in my mind, and then it was over. And the anger felt seen, So, but I'm not always able to do that. I personally feel really good today. And this is a collective read. And I do believe as above, so below, as within, so without. Whenever I'm posting before this, I do a little prayer that the people whom it's appropriate for will stumble upon it and that it'll be meaningful to them in their own personal way. So That's why I do share part of my personal story, because I figure if you're drawn to me, well, then there's a reason for that. Anywho, on the external, we have death. Wow. So those are two pretty like interesting cards. It's like that death means endings, things coming to a conclusion. Usually when the death card comes out, it's something ending that we know is ending. The death card is rarely a surprise. Things are, maybe they look kind of stark, right? But the land is empty. There's somewhere for new seeds to be planted, new beginnings to be started. And maybe that's what we're thinking about internally. But there's, endings are still surrounding us. This card is external. So now we're going to pull out a card to represent like what is the higher perspective, what is God or spirit or the universe seeing, looking down on us. Fuck yeah. Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, planting new seeds. Pentacles are earth energy. So literally what I just said, like spirit sees a new beginning for us. Do we see that for ourselves? I feel like we do, but we've got to keep shining the light. It's like I bore witness to my anger instead of trying to replace it with like the happy Zubie inside me, which is spiritual bypassing, really. But I give myself grace with it. This is a process. And sometimes I'm like, God, I just don't want to be mad. And that's okay too. But today I felt like letting my anger have the stage for a minute. And that was validating to the things that I was angry about and to my anger. And then it passed and I feel better. We're going to do a bitch card. I forget what this deck is even called, and the box broke. So anyway, but these cards are not nice. they're not nice. I'm going to pull two of them because it's not all sunshine and roses. They're leaping out today. Oh my God. Stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. Ready? I mean, that's this. Like, are we going to whine about all of the shit that's going on outside of us? Or are we going to create? One more. I told you they're not nice. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. In fact, clean yourself up. Are you letting things go? Are you kind of like, are you complaining? Are you not taking care of yourself? You know, because taking care of yourself is a big part of feeling good and moving forward into like more positive experiences. I've shared this before, but when I got out of rehab is when I kind of started doing my nails. And it's like, because when you're drinking a lot, you let yourself go a little bit. And for me, it was I can be having a bad day, but I look down and my nails are nice. And there was just something about that. Now it's like imprinted. There's something about that, you know what, like, even if I'm having a bad day, I can get dressed and take good care of myself and at least feel good about my presentation. And then a lot of times the day will follow. Nothing is all bad or all good, including days. So these are silly options. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I am reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. So You're at the buffet. You're at the buffet. What do you want? What do you want? Be optimistic, be open-minded, be hopeful. Just need to make sure. Okay. We're gonna do one more. And then I have one last card I'm gonna pick. You are an integral facet or part of your spiritual unit and of the divine whole, adding a uniqueness that only you can supply. This is green. These are like chakra cards. So that's your heart chakra. Like, open your heart, be open to positive outcomes. With this and the death on the outside, this is like, the death comes before a rebirth. It's actually inherent in the rebirth. Like, when we die, I feel, and I know it, we go somewhere else. It's just a new beginning. Death is just a new beginning, and it might look different from the side of that beginning that you're on. For some of it's an ending, but something new is coming, and we have to like ground in the light. That feels like this too. Like, open up your petals, ground in the light, because this sunflower is growing, even though there's like maybe death and decay all around, but you are an integral part of the whole. And so this feels kind of big, actually. Like, if you're watching this, it is important that we put out our positive vibes, man. No, I mean, that we imagine the kind of future that we want, because otherwise we're just going to be stuck rotating through this like fear and manifesting of the fear. Like, I'm not saying to live in la la land or anything like that, but let's not feed negative outcomes any more than then, like, if it pops up, don't berate yourself. That's all I'm saying. Grab your sunflower and like do a dance or something. But from God's view, we're creating, this is new earth. I think of this when I get the pentacle cards. I think of like, what kind of earth are we creating? And we've got to put out the energy so that we're not just responding to these fear-based outcomes that are in front of us. Anyway, I think my cat knows something is up because he is meowing. I hope you have a great day on Earth. I really do appreciate you all stopping by. I love reading your comments, and peace. Namaste.